More teams will be added to the college football postseason on Friday. The College Football Playoffs Board of Managers unanimously voted to expand the playoffs to 12 teams in 2026. Here with me to break down this decision and what it means for the sport of college football is New York Post sports reporter Zach Braziller. Zach, good to see you. This was described as a historic day for college football. Did college football need to expand its playoff format from 4 teams to 12?
Yeah, 100% they had to expand. I mean, with the Big Ten and the SEC basically becoming super conferences in the next few years, there was a major risk of the rest of the sport becoming irrelevant. They 100% had to do this. It gives other leagues, access to the playoff with the 6 highest ranked conference champions getting selected. And then the 6 at-large bids were something that the Big Ten and the SEC obviously like a lot because they figure to dominate those at-larges. It's a huge thing. I mean, there's been no parity in this sport. The last 7 years, only 5 teams have played in the title game. You needed to do this just to create extra interest. Attendance has been dwindling. Look, it probably could have happened sooner than it did, but to me, it's a home run for everyone.
All right, a home run for everyone, you say there. And Mark Keenum, the chair of CFP's Board of Managers, he said this, quote, having 4 teams, we felt like that's not fair to our student athletes from a participation standpoint. So is this expansion more about players being able to compete in the postseason, or is it simply about money and revenue opportunities for schools, conferences, and the NCAA?
Look, it's obviously money driven. There's no doubt about it. There's so much money at stake here. It's not even worth debating. But, once USC and UCLA made the move to the Big Ten, it became pretty clear this was, something that had to be done from, the Pac-12 and the Big 12 and the ACC and the AAC and other leagues were very concerned that they weren't going to have a real shot at getting to the playoff. That's really where this motivation came from when that happened. You already had, Texas and Oklahoma joining the SEC in 2025. So look, money obviously a big factor, but the formation of these 2 super conferences to me is really what pushed this.
Okay, so you talk about those super conferences there, and the plan is for this to go down in 2026, but there's some encouragement to expand as soon as 2024. So how likely is it that we see the 12-team playoff format before 2026?
I think there's a decent chance. Bill Hancock, the executive director of the playoffs, said a lot of it is going to be based on logistics. Are there the dates available and so forth? I think, I wouldn't guarantee it. I wouldn't say it's likely, but I think there is a decent chance. Everyone's going to want this expanded playoff as soon as possible. Like you mentioned, money is so important. And if they can make extra money in 2024 and it's possible to do it, they're going to go and do it because obviously it's a big financial windfall. Would I bet on it? No, but I do think there is a very decent possibility that in 2024, 2025, we have a 12-team playoff.
Look, NCAA has shown if they can get that money now or sooner than possible, they're going to definitely go for that. We will see how this shakes out. 12-team playoff format is going to be here to stay. It's just a matter of when it will happen. That is Zach Braziller, New York Post sports reporter. Zach, thanks for joining me, man.
Hey, man, my pleasure.